Alright boys, what's good? What's good, what's good, what's good? Where's top step? There you go. Okay, let me turn the music down. I'll put it all the way back at the top actually as well. From the top, make it drop. Oh god, no, shut up. Where's my shat? Where's my shat? Here it is. Morning, Starscream. Morning, sir. Oh, my chair's all the way back. I think that was from yesterday. Hell of a fucking PM session and overnight session. We had FOMC obviously yesterday in the PM. That let me just move that mic a little bit. We had FOMC in the PM, which shot us up. I mean, it just kind of bounced around mainly. That's like most of what FOMC normally does, is just like bangs around. Doesn't really go anywhere, just shoots off in a direction and then consolidates, goes to one end, goes to the other end normally, but then it shot up into the close. So that would have been like the press conference, the FOMC conference afterwards. Then we closed, and then we opened for the overnight session, and we just tanked all the way back down. Pretty insane overnight session. Look at that. That's one of them days where you would think that the overnight session was actually the AM session, and vice versa. But yeah, because like, where was the AM session here? The AM session was like this box here, basically. That's the AM session, and then this is like not even all of the overnight, but like the majority of the move of the overnight session. So what? The AM session yesterday pre-FOMC was about 22 points, 23 points, and the overnight session was about 65. So yeah, probably going to have some sort of an impact on. Oh, look at that, OPOC failed. Probably going to have some sort of an impact on this AM session, I would have to guess. At least that's what the ICT view would have normally been, was big overnight range means not very good. Interesting. Not very good AM session, but volume profile doesn't necessarily say that. So let's see if we can get anything nice and clean. We had a winning day yesterday, pre-FOMC, so honestly I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting to lose yesterday, if I'm being completely honest. Or at least for it not to be clean. Ended up being a fairly clean morning. At least like the setups that got offered. Obviously it wasn't completely clean, because then it would have been like a double win a day, but wasn't terrible. What if we got down there? We've got previous week's point of control and previous day's point of control, so that's going to be a big magnet, big old consolidation point. I also recorded a video for Lucid yesterday after I streamed yesterday. Recorded and most of the way put together a video for Lucid on Lucid. Actually, very, very happy with it. I put a lot of effort into the edit. Well, not a lot of effort. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? I did put effort in. I put a lot of effort in, but obviously that's not going to mean that it's going to be like such an insane edited video. Just means that for my standards it is. I'm proud of it. Let's just say that. Let's just leave it there. Because there is definitely videos that are way better than mine, but I'll get there. I've not been doing this. Well, actually, how long have I been doing this? I've been doing this for probably almost a year. No, not almost a year. I feel like I started properly doing this YouTube thing in like January, February of this year. So, well, I've not even been doing this a year yet. And most of the time that I was doing this, I was also traveling at the same time. Let's see if the double point of control is going to do something here. But yeah, that Lucid video will be uploaded. I'll probably upload it tonight, honestly. So my time, 5, 6 p.m. Probably, let's say 6 p.m. 5:30, somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. my time, which is somewhere between 12 and 1 p.m. New York time. So in 2 or 3 hours. I've just got to finish up a little bit of the editing. And then make a thumbnail, actually. I need to make a thumbnail for it too. Which actually is a lot more time consuming than you would think if you put like a lot of thought into the thumbnail. Like, not a lot of thought, but if you want it to not be dog shit. My thumbnails used to be dog shit. They're slowly but surely improving. My thumbnails literally used to be like a screenshot of like some random part of the video with like a little bit of text. Which is funny because some of those videos got like a lot more views than any of the ones that I've done since. So maybe I should go back to just screenshot or get a random screen grab from somewhere in the video. So we literally had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive down close candles into the point of control, into the double POC. We opened like just at the upper end of the range, so we'll see like compare in relative terms to like yesterday's range, the previous day levels. The overnight range was the overnight range bigger? Which was bigger, the overnight value area or the previous day value area? I feel like it'll be the previous day, but I want to check. Overnight value area high to value area low is 4750. Previous day value area high. Oh yeah, is the overnight value area is bigger. Putting in some volume, tiny little shelf on the stacked POC, the double POC. That is definitely a short idea. Not one that I'll take, because one POC that's got like a lot of other good things with it is like okay with me, but I don't know, something about a double POC just doesn't really strike me as something I want to be trading. That double value area low honestly looks, this area down here, I would love a long or short from. Either a break and retest or a fade if we can build some volume up first. Build some volume up first and then either way really. Get basically a break in either direction and then a retest. And I will happily take that. That's a solid trade if that forms. Even at previous week's value area low, we don't really have anything. Really, you could just fade this like straight up. You could straight up just fade like the middle of it. Oh god, what's the average true range going to be today? Okay, we're going to need to go for like an 8-point stop probably today. Good thing I checked that. I don't mind 8 today. So that's an idea. Not one that I'm going to be partaking in. I'm going to demand an A. That would be a B setup. I'm going to demand an A for my first trade. Do you know what I am also going to do while I have 5 minutes before the volume is built up enough? I'm going to change these templates because I didn't realize that when I did this, all these templates were still here and I don't need these. This is how you can set this up very easily, by the way, as well. So that's $50 risk. So let's put that at like a 5 to 5. Save template. Wait, what's the actual wording on my other one? Is it just 50? $50. Save as. Where's dollars? $50. And then all you simply do then, if you want to change it, is 150. And then save as 150. I noticed that the other day, and it just reminded me of it when I clicked on the tool. That's useful because, like, even on the minis now, if I want to know how many micros I should be trading for this position size, I just hover over it, and then you see the quantity, QTY, quantity, 0.6. So obviously just times that by 10 because, like, that's the conversion for minis to micros. So this would be a 6 micro position with a 5-point stop loss, and then if I move the stop loss, the quantity changes. So if I want a 10-point stop on the micros, I can see on the minis that would be three micros. And obviously, if it's like, say it was like 3.4, I would just do 3. I would round it down. Always round down, never round up. Even if it was like 4.6, I wouldn't round that up to 5 because that would put me over leveraged. That would put me at like $170, maybe even $180 risk on that trade. So it's safer to go down. So that would be like 4 micros, which would end up being like on a 6.5 point stop. That'd be maybe like $120 risk, 130. 110. It'd be less than 150. I'm also keeping my eye on the delta here as we approach these value area lows. Delta's still looking pretty bearish. What do I want to do? I want my good morning, Robin. I want my trade of 8 chart to not reset when I move it. I can't remember how I do that. Chart settings, auto fit. Oh no. Chart settings, continuous auto fit, off. There we are. Oh no, still didn't work. Trying to get it so that my delta isn't like at the bottom of the screen, but it doesn't really work. It's just doing it for the bars at the top. Do I have to do it on the... No. I don't know. Doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, that's definitely an idea. Something like that. So you can see that that's 3.75 micros. Which is actually going to put me at like way lower than $150 risk. That'll put me at like with 3 micros. How much is it for 1 micro? 3 points. It's $50 risk. So if 3 points is $50 risk, 6 is 100 times. No, I'm doing that wrong in my head. I used to be so good at mental maths. Like when I was in school. Even now, I'm not that good at it anymore, but obviously it's because like the less you actually use the muscle or whatever, if you want to say it like that, the less you are using the mental math brain muscle, the worse it gets. We have exhaustion at the highs here, or absorption, sorry. So yeah, there we go. Just nice flush lower there. Delta broke higher there, price doesn't, which means absorption at the highs. Absorption of buyers. I'm gonna chat GBT this real quick, just cause I keep thinking that I get the, like, if delta's right, if delta is rising but price is not, that is absorption of buyers, right? Yeah, it's buyer absorption. Got you. Thought I just was double checking. And then we also have exhaustion at the lows here. I actually am going to take this fade just because delta's now back in it. If we can get down to I kind of want to just fade overnight value area low, to be honest. You know what, I'm going to go for a 9-point stop. That makes me feel a little better. But then I don't like the fact that then I'm going to have to long through this node. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to let that pass. I don't want to long from this overnight value area low here with this big ass node poking out. This node looks like it's probably going to become point of control pretty soon as well. Ooh. I'm trying to think about how I want to play this. I could go for 7. I might go for 7 and just like a little bit deeper into the, like closer to the value area low of the previous day, to be honest. That doesn't look bad at all, really. If I just front run the previous day's value area low by a tick. I'm going to put that order in. I'm going to put it in, but I will want to see what delta looks like when we get closer to it. It might I might cancel the order at the last second. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't really fancy. I wouldn't have minded trying to get in up here. It's just this fucking all this volume that is built up here. I'd rather not have to fight that. Now POC's shifted down, or it's trying to. It's not anymore. See if it's going to retest the point of control up here. If it breaks through that, I'll cancel my long from down where that long is. Let's move it over to the side. Got a lot of low volume here, so we should see a pretty easy run through this area, really, right? Buyers are still being absorbed, but I do think that it'll probably break it. Right now, the delta is above this high. So we have a divergence there. Morning, Professor Mac. How was your night last night? Was it last night? I know that you weren't trading yesterday because of your Christmas due. But was it last night, or were you recovering last night? Delta's above this high there, that white line. I don't think it's going to be a divergence for much longer though. It's just right now, buyers are being absorbed. But that's the thing with absorption. I think I've said this before. the thing with absorption compared to exhaustion. While absorption is still like a valid divergence, it still means that there's participation. It just means that the sellers are fighting back, but if buyers can break through the sellers, then obviously price will rise. Whereas exhaustion seems to be more reliable, since exhaustion quite literally just shows you that buyers on or whichever side, based off what the delta's doing, shows you that there's no participation at all, or participation is falling. It was last night, New York AM session, and okay. Hope you had a good time. I cancelled that order, by the way. We're so far away from it now that I don't really want to keep it there. Brazilian barbecue, I had the meat sweats. I'm actually now thinking I don't mind that point of control move so much if it wants to bounce back up, because look how little volume there is there. I feel like an entry at that stacked POC, stop a little bit wider, like 9 points. Yeah, I don't mind that at all, really, actually. Look at that, that's a pretty solid. I'm going to throw that order in. 3 micros. 49.25. 40.25. We have a real lack of volume here, so if this can come back down and tag me, and then go, that'll be nice. I've also got current session value area low and 2 stacked value levels, even though they are POCs. Kind of basing this more on the current profile, which is why I'm not minding it so much. If we start building up some volume in that area though, I'll probably cancel it, just because I don't want to be... The whole idea here is that I'm entering off of a high volume area, hoping that buyers are going to step back in and push us into this low volume area. So as long as that stays a low volume area relative to the rest of the profile, then we'll get in that. But if not, then we shall cancel. Also, it might just run away from us. I wonder if anyone was trying to fade that overnight value area low, or previous day's value area low a little. Well, I mean, I was a little bit, but I was a bit more hesitant on that. But yeah, I bet if someone was trying to fade that value area low of the overnight session, they'll be pretty angry right now. You would have got stopped, or you would have fell short of your limit by like a tick or two. I'm gonna want this to come down pretty quickly here. I'm trying to get filled, boys. I'm trying. Price wants nothing to do with me. If this wants to pop down and get me here, that'd be nice. Do you know what I did as well today? I got ChatGPT Plus. It's like the upgraded version of it. I didn't pay for it. I just got they were offering like a free offer, so it's like a 3 month trial. And I instantly used it to. The reason I've had the offer for a while. I've just not had a reason to like really use it. But today I was trying to improve my journal, my trade journal, to like track my results. And I was doing it with Notion, but I realized today, because I went to try and journal my trades from yesterday, and I wasn't able to because I didn't have enough. Notion wouldn't let me input any more data into the database that I'd made on it, which I didn't realize it would do. So then I was like, ah, shit. I'm gonna have to do like some fucking Excel sheet or something if I want to do this for free, which obviously I do. So yeah, I was talking to ChatGPT for maybe like 10-15 minutes, and now I have like a real solid Excel trade sheet. I can actually probably show you boys. I'm looking at a short. What did Professor Max say there? I'm looking at a short from yesterday's value area high. Yeah, I don't mind that. Delta is looking pretty strong, but it's not really comparable with any structure in the market right now. And we're still like a fair ways off of value area high. Let me show you boys this Excel spreadsheet. Wait, first let me cancel that order so I don't have to like fuck around worrying about something. We're way off that anyway, so it's probably not getting filled. Can I just change this? That'd be nice. Yeah, there we go. Have a look at that. So on here we have the date, the trade result, and then it automatically will color that. So like if I put on here, in this down here, if I say like plus 200, it'll instantly make that green, which is pretty cool. And then 0 is just like a break-even day. Then I have like a selection of my setups, so value area fade, value area low fade, break and retest, even distribution, rotation. Can you guys see this on the? Yeah, you can. You can't see that for some reason. I can like input stuff here. I can like I have templates to choose from, and then I have like a delta section, and then a screenshot section, and then a section where it's the first or second trade, and then it's got a whole other stats page where it basically takes all that stuff and puts it into a little table to show me all the stats. So yeah, made all of that with ChatGPT. Didn't need to know a thing about Excel. Because I don't know a thing about Excel. I know I'm very, very basic when it comes to Excel. Let's get top set back on that window. Oh shit, wrong thing. My bad. Where the fuck is? Give me a second here. I've lost my top step thing. My top step window. There it is. Oh god, now it's gone all the way over there. For fuck's sake, it's gone like so far off the screen I can't get it. There we go. I probably should have just spammed undo, really, shouldn't I? That feels like it's completely wrong. You know what? I might just spam undo and see if we can get all the way back to There we go. Genius. Yeah, that's how I'm journaling my trades now. Not so much journaling. I mean, I do write a little bit on the screenshots. That's where like the more like thoughts, like what I was seeing goes. Is all like on the screenshots. I'll use these. I need to favor them actually because I use them. I need to get rid of text because I never use text. And I need to just use callouts. I love because I can like point to something on the chart. I can click it and then drag like a little callout. So like when I'm journaling, there's just like things like text everywhere. Previous week's value area high and current session point of control, giving us a little reaction. I'm on the right account today, aren't I? Is this the account I was on yesterday? No, it was not. It was this account. There we go. It's a good thing I didn't enter it. Well, I mean, it was not a terrible thing I didn't enter a trade, but you need to be on the right account. Wonder if you're going to get this previous day value area high fade. To be fair, I don't even mind that previous day's value area high fade. Now I'm thinking about it. It'd be like a point of control rotation, really. Previous day's value area high, current session value area high. Overnight point of control's there, but who gives a fuck about that? Main things is the value area highs. Fade that back down to the point of control. Something like that. I might just join you on that, Professor Mac. I'm gonna do the same thing I was gonna do before, front run the previous day's value area high by a tick. So that puts me in at 75.50. For 4 micros. And then 82.50. Stop. Yeah, I like that. Fade in the highs. Back down to the POC. Now that I've joined you, you're definitely not getting filled though, because it's the third time I've tried to get filled on something so far today. It's the third time I've put a limit order in. 3 times the charm, maybe. We're going up, decreasing in volume. Yeah, delta is exhausting here, Professor Mac. I agree on that. I think we have a better chance of retracing, maybe not all the way down to POC, but at least a few points, yeah. Yeah, I like that. I might just bump my, I'm gonna bump my entry up 1 tick, just for the sake of it. So from 75 to 75, 75 to 70, oh god no. Yeah, delta is exhausting at these highs here. I'm having to enter all the way up here because I want a decent size stop today. Otherwise I would try and enter like right at the current session value area high. Something more like that maybe. Yeah, Delta is definitely looking good for the rotation here. Come on. I know you want me. I know you want me. I know you want me. There we go. Let's try that. Let's see if we get a breakout or not. Breakout off rotational fade. Looks like breakout so far. Delta actually did recover a bit, so that is a slight worry. It did confirm it, so I actually do think I might get stopped out with that. I'll stay in it though. I'm getting stopped here. Definitely getting stopped. Maybe I can get saved, who knows. This has been a pretty straight run, huh? See if the overnight value area high wants to do something. Don't tell me I'm gonna have 2 max loss days. If I lose the next trade, that'll be 2 max loss days in 1 week. Ouch. Yeah, blew straight through me here. One of my rules in like the ITT days was like once I'm in a trade, that's it, I'm in it, I don't exit. And I've been pretty good at making that a habit out of that rule. But whether it actually benefits me or not, I'm not sure. Because like, for example, I got in this and I immediately saw the Delta confirm this move, which it didn't look like it was going to initially, but then when I entered it, it actually did. And that would tell me that this is more likely to get some follow through rather than reverse back into the range. So like you can make the argument that like, oh well, if delta confirmed the move, then why not just exit straight away? But like now, obviously we're almost back into profit, so maybe there's a chance. Just maybe. Reversing now, yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we can get a little move back down. But yeah, so that's something that I might experiment with. If I have enough data, like if I notice that a lot of times if I see it, because like this will go down in my journal after this session, that delta confirmed the move, and well, I've not lost yet, but I'm close to losing it. So if I can get a lot of data that shows me that like if delta confirms the move, then it's very likely I lose the trade, or at least more likely than not. Then I will make the decision to refine my strategy a little bit, refine my edge, and immediately exit out of a position if I see the delta confirms it. Yeah, stopped on that, surely. I'm right there. Ah! Yeah, got me. Lost there. So yeah, that's definitely going to go down as a one to watch, the delta confirmation. Because last time I noticed delta confirmed the move as well. That was also a loss. I only have two entries though of like the delta confirming it. How much did I lose on that? Like just over 150? Oh, just under 150 actually, 140. Yeah, because I had 4 micros when it was not exactly. Let's see overnight value rate high here. Delta's still going strong, so we'll see what this one will do. A little under 200 for me, I'll keep watching. Yeah, you took that loss as well, yeah. Not a bad trade, I don't think. So we had value area high at the edge of this point of control node, the current session value area high. That's a solid fade. Trying to rotate back down to POC. Nice reaction off the value area high of the overnight session. Let me swap my templates to $50 risk now. Because like now this is guaranteed to be a red day for me now. So tomorrow I'll be on to my next account. It would no matter if I win or lose this next trade. This next trade is just going to try and stop the bleeding a little bit. Make it a smaller red day than a bigger one. Bring my average losing day down. It's the whole idea with my risk management really. Let my winning days run, make my winning days bigger, keep my red days smaller on average. That's why I kind of want to demand like such a good quality setup for my first trade, because that first trade is the most influential one of the day really. or at least it decides if I'm going to be, it decides, I know based off the first trade's result, I know that on the day, no matter the result of the second trade, on the day I'm either going to be green or break even, so like green at best, break even at worst, or red. So if I win the first trade, at worst I'm going to be break even or green on the day. At worst I'm going to be break even on the day. If I lose the first trade, then I'm guaranteed to be red on the day. It's just a matter of how red. Building up a little bit of a node here. Kind of honestly makes me want to take that value area. If we do something like this, break back into this POC a little bit and then pop higher, I will take that actually, because now it's basically the exact same setup. It's just got this node behind it, which is even better. So if I get something like that, I'll 100% take that. Trying that same setup again, just with a node behind me. Can I only take 1 micro on that trade? Yeah, I can. Wow. But yeah, I want to see a break back into the value area really for this. Break back into value and then come and retest. That first trade was like here, right? First trade was 1024. Really? No, it wasn't. It was 1021. I'm just going to say that it's 1020 on the minis because it looks like it was 1020 on the minis. I had a 7-point stop, I think. Yeah. Break back in, that looks pretty nice. I want to see a confident break, not just like a edge below. I want to see it get like down here really. 72. What just happened? Oh, the value area opened up. Okay, that's enough of a break below for me. I'm gonna throw that 1 micro in it. The value area high. Oh no, don't wick it. I don't like when it wicks. See, to me that it's just the fucking ICT in me. What's delta look like? I need to pay attention more to that, really, don't I? Delta actually doesn't look very good for sellers, I don't think. Delta's not very below this low. I want to see a more confident move. I don't want to see like a little wick. That's just the fucking candle reader in me though. It's not really a volume profile sort of thing. Even just a confident break, like yeah, that's confidently broke below now. But I haven't gotten filled. Oh my god, I would have gotten filled on that, wouldn't I? Yep. I'd be like most of the way to the POC. 75, 75. Let's throw it in. 82.75. Delta's looking good. I just need to get filled. Basically the same trade as before, just now instead of current session value area high with us, we actually have a node, which is honestly better. That's my break-even line. Filled. Am I going to get punished for trying the same idea twice? We'll see. We do have a kind of a little bit more context, honestly, now, because we tested overnight value area high and failed, and built up this big node. It's not massive, but it's a pretty solid node. And Delta confirmed that first move lower. But now it's spiking back up, the cheeky shit. I'm now basically just watching the delta, like during this trade. I'm watching my Tradeovate screen to see the delta. See if this low that's about to break, if it does break, does delta confirm? Keep me nice and confident in the trade. Also, there we go. So that delta's broke that low already, which is aggressive selling, as long as the price needs to break the low, which it looks like it will do. Otherwise, that seller's being absorbed. So sellers are getting absorbed a little bit here, which isn't great. But we'll see if the absorption holds. Right now it is. As long as that low holds, the absorption's holding, but once we break that low, we should get a flush. See, I don't like that low held. Need that low to get broken. We had a lot of sellers coming in a minute ago, and they got... There was a big fucking wall of buyers. Just like, give me your cells. Give me your cells. Delta's still trying to tick lower. I feel like if we can break those lows that we just put in, then we're gonna flush and drop down into my TP. But we need to break the low first, obviously. It is also kind of a good thing, because if Delta can stay down here, then even though they got absorbed at the highs, or even though they've been absorbed at the lows, they might exhaust at the highs, the buyers. That would be nice. If obviously it'd be nicer if we just break the low first. Come on. Flush those damn sellers. Flush them. Footprint showing that as well. Solid. Solid, solid, solid. I mean, CVD is kind of just a reflection of the footprint, I guess. It's just showing... It's showing basically the same thing in a different way. I think you get more detail, obviously, with the footprint. But the only thing I actually really care about is the delta, so that's why I probably prefer the CVD. Because it's showing me the exact thing that I care about, without all the extra numbers and stuff. But if you want all that extra detail, then obviously footprint is nice. Still not broke this low. The sellers are absorbing the buyers so far. I just really, like I say, break this low and then we'll flush. Ugh. There we go. That's broke the low. Come on, now flush down. Getting ready to go break even here, actually. Just noticed. Oh, it kind of whipped it. Didn't really do much of a flush. I mean, Delta backed price there. Delta did eventually confirm that break. So everything looked good there, but maybe I'm being a bit too greedy trying to get all the way to POC. We'll see. Now I'm watching to see if this high breaks, if the sellers, or if the buyers exhaust at that high. Oh, I just ripped my fucking pocket in my jumper a little bit. Oops, look at that. Just ripped that out a little bit. Just stretched and fucking ripped my hoodie pocket. See, I didn't get the flush we were looking for there. That made sense in my head that it would do that, but I guess not. But again, we'll see if it exhausts at these highs here. Been in this trade a while now, actually. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Running on 10 minutes. Delta's still looking like heavier than price here. Back into profit. If we break that low again, then surely I get at least break even here. Looks like the sellers are coming back in. Getting ready to move this to break even once more. Hope we don't just consolidate in like around this overnight point of control. That'd be a pain in the ass. Delta's broke that low. Prices broke that low. Come on, there you go, that's break even, that's order filled. One win, one dub. Exact same idea as the first trade, but that time it worked out. What can you do? It's just a shame that I was risking more on the first. If I was risking less on the first trade, more on the second trade, then that would have been a profitable day. Instead, it was about $100 down, so yeah, $108 down. But that was a good read. I think I had the right idea really with that first trade. It just worked out the second time. Had a little bit more context behind it the second time, I guess, because you had like the overnight value area high and like price ran up, tested the overnight value area high, then came back down into the value area. Delta's like really nicely exploded to the downside here again. Yeah, 2 trades. Done for the day there, really, actually. I'm not going to take anything else. I think I'll go ahead and leave the stream there since I'm done for the day now, so there's not really much point in me sitting and watching price. 2 trades, 1 win, 1 loss. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish early and go and edit that thumbnail, get that video ready to be posted about 5:30 my time. Oh, Professor Mac's still in? Okay. Where you targeting, Professor Mac? You trying to get like a little break to the bottom end of the range? Like value area low, maybe, of the current session, or what? I would have thought that you would have been out of point of control. That's typically how I take those. I mean, it's not typically that. That is how I take those moves back to those rotational moves. I don't target anything past POC, really. Exactly, alright. Okay, let's see if you can get that then. So what, that's like, I mean, it's basically there. It's at the 557, 857. Solid little hold there from you, Professor Mac. I just tagged current session by area low, but it did come up a little bit. How much did I make on that second trade? $34. I have a runner on now. Well, good luck to your runner. I'm gonna call it a day there. I'm gonna go sort this thumbnail out, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Try and finish up the week, hopefully with a nice day tomorrow. That would be nice. Turn the week into a positive. Oh, Don P, what's good? What's up, Mr. P? Mr. Wiz. Short from value area high and Q. Hard to hold right now. Short from value area high and Q, which is 25. What's that say? 25,622. Oh hell, fucking Jesus. Hell of a hold. Basic, what? Right at 1020. That's a solid trade. If so, that's crazy. Basically shorted the high. Holy shit, Mr. Wiz. Value area high coming in clutch. Ignore my value levels on there. They're like a few days out of date at least. Yeah, I'll leave that there then, boys, and I will catch you tomorrow. Same time, 9:45 a.m. Solid trading from you boys, from the looks of it, from Mr. Wiz and Professor Mac. So yeah, I'm gonna go journal that and do that thumbnail. I will catch you boys tomorrow. Appreciate you for hanging out with me.